All right, let's take a look at knowledge check 18.11.1. We're going to go ahead and load our tidyverse and complete journey packages. So number 1 says go ahead and filter for all transactions in the meat department and create a scatter plot comparing quantity to sales value. So we've done this several times now. We need to go ahead, take our transactions, join it with products, and we need to go ahead and filter the department variable for, let's see, the meat department. All right, so now we have all our transactions associated with the meat department. And what we first want to do is just go ahead and create a scatter plot of quantity compared to sales value. So that's going to be a geom point. And this is what it looks like for the default scatter plot. All right, so now we're going to build onto this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the same code, and it says build onto plot in number 1 by faceting by product category. So this is using facet wrap. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to add facet wrap, and in this case, we're doing it by product category. Let's see what that does. So what this ends up doing is it actually creates small multiples, so small scatter plots for each of the levels within product category. So now we can kind of see the actual relationship between quantity and sales value for each of the different available meat items within the meat category, or within the meat department, we can see each of the product categories. All right. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing here, except we're going to make a small change. Let's go down to number 3 here. And we're going to build onto plot number 1 by faceting by product category and brand. All right, so to do this, we actually use facet grid. And it looks like we want to do product category and brand. So what does this produce? Well, we can see, and this is mainly because of the height of our plot. It's a little bit hard to read. I can go ahead and bring this out and see if I can enlarge it a little bit. And what the facet grid is actually doing is, it made some rows here where it is each level product category. And then we have 2 columns where it's national and private. So if we go back and take a look, what it actually does here, facet grid is basically saying we're going to make small multiples for 2 dimensions. The first dimension will be along the rows, which is product category. And then the second dimension is going to be along the columns, which is brand. And that's how we produce these different small multiple plots. Now, sometimes this can get pretty busy depending on how many levels are within both the rows and the columns. But if it's a manageable amount, then lots of times doing a facet grid is helpful to kind of see where certain observations or patterns exist in certain combination of levels.